If you have Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius sun sign or rising sign, let's take a look at what you might leave behind as we leave 2023 and what energies you can lean into and what you might expect coming up in the new year. It's a timeless reading, essentially. It's not a full year forecast, but it is just a snapshot of the energies of the time and what might lie just ahead. So, you've had a big year by the looks of it. Where you're at now, you've had quite a wild ride this year. This is my wild card, and it means that a lot of unexpected events happened. You had to go within. You had to really do a lot of introspection. You might have been a bit isolated in one way or another, just due to circumstances, weird circumstances maybe. You may have had to really go within to master your own emotions. And whatever it is, there's been either a lot of legal things going on, a lot of agreements to reach, a lot of negotiation happening, settlements, that kind of thing. Or else you've been striving for fairness and decision. Maybe there's been a lot of decisions that you've had to make this year. So what you can leave behind, what is leaving right now, is this feeling of being isolated in a negative way. So the Hermit is being isolated, but it's not necessarily negative. It is a very healthy thing to go within. This card here, the Five of Pentacles, does indicate there has been some lonely isolation, just a feeling of not getting everything that you deserve. And that is energy that is leaving. You can say goodbye to that. You may have had a lot of difficult decisions this year. With the Two of Swords here, it sort of indicates a lot of difficult decisions to make and not really knowing which way to go. But it looks like you got over that, having fixed on a direction and executing your strategies. You've sort of taken care of business in a way, and that might hark back to that Justice card as well. So what are the energies that you can lean into for 2024 or the near future whenever you see this? Well, there's a lot of balance coming into your life, a lot of equal give and take, a lot of groundedness, a lot of inner stability, and if you're in a relationship, a lot of stability as a couple, or you will work to bring that stability about. There might be some hard work ahead of you. There might be a lot to do. If you are carrying too much, if you are feeling overwhelmed, see which of these sticks you could put down. See who can help lighten your load, because there are always people around. You can always delegate, or you can always decide to leave some things for later. So that is just a little word of caution as we go into 2024. But look at this. This is love, happiness, joy ahead of you. So there is a real lightness of spirit, celebration. In a relationship, there is no happier card for happily ever after. Well, there is actually, and you've got that as well. There are two of them, and you got them both. I'm jumping ahead, but anyway. There's two tens there, so that's the end of a cycle, an end of what might be a difficult cycle. If you're leaving that loneliness behind and you've had to go within and you've been dealing with a lot of unexpected events, there are really bright days ahead. The rainbow is ahead for you. Now, this could all very well happen in the 9th, 10th, and 11th houses is what I pulled from my tarot oracle. So that is international travel, religion and spirituality. It is philosophy. It is communication on a broad scale, so broadcasting. Anything, but it more typically relates to international travel, so that could be an area of joy for you. 10th house of career, so that's your fame point. That's how everyone at large perceives you. And the 11th house of your friends, your community, also your hopes and wishes. So they're very public kind of areas of your chart. They're at the sort of apex of your chart, 9, 10, and 11. They're up high, and they're quite public. So it could be quite a grand year for you that we're heading into. And just to reiterate what you don't see coming, you're going to have a lot of choices to make. These are more happy choices. These aren't having to go within and decide in a difficult way. This is a lot of happy-looking cups. Some of them may be a little bit tricky, so it's good to know what you're getting yourself into. Look carefully at what's in each cup before you make your decision, but you're going to have a world of choices which is great news. And look, we got 2 cards of stability. The Hierophant is really old-fashioned. He likes to do things by the book. And so this sort of is indicative of partnerships, contracts, marriage, something very solid and secure. And we've got another card pertaining to relationships, that is also joy and celebration. And this is the 4 pillars that you can see there is the foundation for success, foundation for security. And you can see there's a party going on in the background. There is a reason to celebrate your newfound stability. So if you are looking for romance, you can lean into this, the expectations that good things are coming, and they are coming in the form of joy and excitement and celebration. Again, it might be in the 9th, 10th, and 11th houses, which aren't necessarily romantic, but if you have a high-profile relationship, that could certainly be in the news, perhaps even in your friend group. That is a bit of a 10th house sort of situation. And so I also pulled a card for a wound that you may have healed, or you may be in the process of healing. And another card for where you have healed. And it was quite interesting what came out. There's sort of two sides of the same coin. So the one that you may still be kind of working through or have dealt with most recently is being a little bit too self-absorbed. We are talking fire signs, of course. Aries and Leo are notorious for being a little bit all about them. Sorry to say, my darlings. And Sagittarius is a little bit more. They can get swept up in their causes and crusades and may not be considering other people so much in these crusades, but they've got some broadcasting to do and they want to do it. So I see that you really started to let go of only looking after number one. So you're broadening your empathy, shall we say, to think about how what you do affects other people. But look at the great news. You're not losing any sovereignty over yourself in doing this. You're certainly not people pleasing, so that's good. But you're leaning into that balance of I am looking after myself, but not at the total expense of other people. It's a balancing act. It is very hard to get right, and you are nailing it. So that is well done. It's great to see. And that might be what's reaping the rewards with all this lovely, exciting joy and celebration. And yeah, there are so many good things ahead for you, my fire sign, sun and rising. So I hope this helps. Have a wonderful new year if you celebrate, and really step into 2024, or whenever you see this reading, feeling excited for all the joyful stability that lies ahead for you. This is Sarah, wishing you much abundance, love and joy.